how would you kind of grade out his progress so
Dane?
far? Yeah.
Yeah, I think he gets a little better with experience. He's a big athlete, physical, and sometimes we forget that because he's an older guy, junior college guy, that he has not got a lot of experience yet. But and he's been battling through a little bit of injuries, but he's healthy now, so feel good about it.
How much more comfortable is he now, kind of just with the scheme and kind of everything?
I think he's really comfortable. He's, like I said, we challenge him a little bit to be even more aggressive, and I think he's able to do that.
How do you say Demetrius Williams fouls has progressed in year two?
I think he's so much more comfortable. Obviously, it's a new scheme, but just more comfortable playing at this level. He's does a great job in the weight room. He's going to get bigger and stronger, and he's got a great future. I mean, we said that last year, but he's continuing to get better every day.
Jim Mora yesterday was asked about the fact that UCLA has beaten you guys 4 times in a row, and he said it doesn't matter. That he only looks at it as kind of a one game at a time thing, and in the past just irrelevant. Do you agree with that?
Sure. I mean, there's not anything they did last year is not going to get you a first down or stop somebody this year. Certainly from a confidence standpoint, you sometimes worry, do your guys think you can beat them? But every year, every team's a new team, and our guys know we got to play well to beat them. And they're a very talented team, and they've played better than us the last few years. But what happened last year is completely irrelevant.
What, if anything, do you have to do to prepare for the first road game, especially when it comes to Brandon, making his first true road start?
BYU was I guess a semi-road game. Even though we had a lot of fans there, they had a lot of fans there too, BYU. So it was kind of a experience of a road game type of experience. So I think our guys are ready for that.
What about Brandon? I mean, he didn't play against BYU, obviously.
Yeah, he played against ASU last year, so he's played in environments.
You were talking about the third and long defense recently, but your overall third down defense, I think, is last in the Pac-12. What would you like to see out of the guys?
Is it? Well, then my assessment that we need to be better on third down is correct. I didn't know we were last, but that's a concern, and that's one reason why we're not getting 3 and outs, because we're not good on third down. But part of that reason is some of it. I don't know what the percentage is, third and short. You got to get them in third and long situations. But we definitely got to get off the field quicker because we're letting teams control the tempo too much.
How much is that an execution thing?
Part of it's execution, and we got to do our job as coaches to get them in the right spots. And part of it is missed tackles and eyes in the wrong spot and all that. But not anything that we can't fix. And part of it's the other teams made really good plays too. But the stuff that we get fixed, we got to get fixed in a hurry.
You mentioned earlier this week how UCLA has changed their offensive scheme. You guys have changed your defensive scheme. What sort of challenges have you faced or learned about in the course of changing a scheme as radically as you have, and guys kind of having to pick it up on the fly?
Yeah, the biggest difference, I think, when you change a scheme is that even though you have a little bit of time in spring practice and August camp, is that the game times are when you make game adjustments, and guys that grow up in the system, so to speak, it's easier to do that with. Well, our guys are going to grow up in this system. Just right now, they're still learning it. And so it's a little harder to make adjustments. Offensively, it's easier to make adjustments because our guys, everybody in our program, the upperclassmen, have grown up in the system. Our defensive guys, it's all new.
With the new guys you have on the defensive staff and how good they are at recruiting and the ties they have in Southern California, are you finding that you're in more battles with UCLA for players?
And USC and some of the other teams, and they're going to get their share. And I always tell the staff, there's players everywhere, but we're from a recruiting standpoint, I feel really good about where we're at and the guys that we're getting. Whether USC or UCLA or anybody else is recruiting them is another factor, but I like where we're at, and I'm pretty excited what the next few years are going to look like for us.
Any more new running backs today, or are you kind of good with?
No, so it's just Samaje. Samaje's been taking a lot of reps. If something happens there, we'll have to go to another plan. We'll see. I hope not.